These are all your notes. It's such a great way to do things. It's called Wholesale Atlas, and it's
Okay.
I think Marilyn just put it in the chat as well. But yeah, if you hit the promo code Trent, it will give you 25% off the first month.
Okay.
And you can try it
Which
out.
one you recommend? This one or the PropStream?
This one all day long. PropStream gives you a ton of information, but I feel like it's too much information. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas this one, I can just look at these and see what the rents are, what the price is. And that's really all I'm ever looking for when I go to Zillow. Like if I went to Zillow and looked for a deal,
mm-hmm.
I would have to come to the Zillow rent estimator to find out what the rents are. So that's 2 steps, like your first step, and then you have to find the second step. So let's look through it real quick. I'll do it really fast. So I'm picking anything here. Okay, so we'd go in here and, oh, that's a house for rent. I don't want houses for rent. Hold on, let me do this right. So we want to buy. We're just going to go in my area. Okay, and here's a house. So we see how much it costs, but then we got to find, sometimes it doesn't show the rent. So we're looking for the rent down here. Where is it? So no rent. See, just in general, like we're searching and we can't find things that we need that quickly. But whereas when you're over here, here's the address, here's how much it is, here's what the rents are, here's what the equity, here's what the interest rate, if there was an interest rate on this one. Let's find one with an interest rate. So right here, it shows you the interest rate. It shows you how much equity they have. So you were asking about ones that were sub-twos or takeovers. So the difference between a takeover, let me find one. Here's a good one. So with the difference between a seller finance and a takeover, seller finance, they have to own it completely. Okay. So even the program tells you like, nope, that's not a recommended. They don't own it completely. So we have to go to I'm going to go to subject to, I'm going to try to bully it into this. But right here, we see that they have a loan for 127 and a balance of 123 at an interest rate of 5.51. So they're wanting 189 for it, but that's not real. That's what they're asking for. And so we see that they owe 123. Okay. So that's why it's saying their equity is, where is it saying their equity? No, it's on the other side, but here it is. 35% is their equity. And so we're coming in and we're saying, hey, I see you owe $726 a month, but with PITI, it comes out to $1,200. If you're just tired of paying that, I'm willing to come in and take that over. Okay. And that's what we do in a sub-2 or a trust acquisition. We put everything into a trust, and then we them to bring their mortgage. They put their mortgage into a trust, and then we own it and we make their payments. So we kind of take it over from them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the difference. So seller finance, they have to own the property to be able to seller finance it to you. A trust acquisition, they have to have a loan on it that we can take over that mortgage. And usually we like to take them over because they've got a low interest rate. There's a little bit of equity that we're not going to pay for. And so we just kind of keep that. That's the whole plan with a trust acquisition.
Okay.
Is that a little bit
Makes
clearer?
sense. Yes, thank you.
Sure, happy to do it. And again, guys, if I'm explaining something and you're like, what the heck's he talking about? Stop me and say, hey, what the heck are you talking about? Because I want to make sure it's super clear to you guys.
Thank you. It's very simple. I understand. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It is, in the end, it's really simple. And that's what I'm trying to get across. And so with your quick claim deed, you just go onto that website, the Law Depot, and just fill it out and get it done today. and it'll be back in your name, and you'll be all set.
I will. I will.
Okay,
Thank
take
you.
it easy.
I appreciate.
You bet. Take it easy. Elena, dang it, I can't remember. It's one of those. You're going to correct me, but I said them both, so you can't. What's going on? Oh, here, I'm going to set you off. Hey, Nick, let's do your call right
here
now.
we go. Okay.
Hang on 2 seconds. Elena, hold on. I forgot. Nick's got a call at 9 o'clock.
That's
Hey, Nick?
I already made the call.
Oh, you made the call. Okay, so where are we at?
So I sent you that they owe 211,000.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, so I think that is why they're at that 500,000 number. It
Right.
includes
Okay. Gotcha. So we need to let's find out what that loan is, the $200,000 loan.
Yeah,
Find out what their interest rate is, see if it's something we can take over.
that's what I was curious on, and that's the question that they are taking back right now, and they should be
good.
back to us.
All right. And we've got a potential buyer that's sniffing around it. So
Yeah.
So we'll see. Okay, good.
Yep.
Good, Nick. You're doing great on this. Hey, when I get emails from Mike, is that from you?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if I was talking to Mike or talking to you.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, hang tight. Have you submitted this to my guys yet?
I have not.
Let's do that. Ava's in here. Eva, you in here? Let's see. I think it's Eva Marie. She's going to be the one helping you because she knows the buyer. So jot her DMs down and keep in contact with her. Once we get it under contract, I'll have you fill out a form for us so we can put it in our back end and so we can get a JV and all that.
What's her information?
She's going to be in the chat. She's in red. She just said, hi, yes. Hi, Mike. And it's actually Nick.
Got it. All right.
Eva. His dad's Mike. It's totally fine.
Yep. All right.
Okay. So she's going to kind of hold your hand on this side of it too.
Awesome.
Okay. And that way we can get it in dispo. We can start getting this thing done. It'd be awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey, Eli, turn off your mic. Okay,
Yep,
buddy.
I'm trying to. I hit the.
Well, you'll figure it out. Okay, good. So we're good, Nick. You let me know if you need anything. Just reach out.
Okay, I will.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Elena. And your
Yes, you're saying it correct, Elena. It's
Elena. Okay.
yeah, Elena. It's
I just
totally,
never know.
totally good.
You have
So yeah, I had a little trouble yesterday trying to sign up and trying to
there you go. Perfect. You're
to
there.
hi to let's see, I can't see what am I doing?
We can't see you just so
hold on one second. Where am I going? Okay, there we go. So I had a little trouble trying to sign up for the wholesale outlets, but I got it and I'm on it. And so yeah, this is great because now I know exactly what I'm looking for.
That's so much easier, right? That's awesome.
Yes,
Good.
yes. Okay, so like some of these properties say seller's finance and then others say hybrid. What's
Okay, the hybrid is it's seller finance for their equity. So if they've got a lot of equity in their house, so I'm going to break this down. We're going to say it's a $200,000 house. They've paid off $100,000. So they've made payments and they now own about $100,000 of the house. The bank owns the rest of it. So we'll come in and we'll take over the loan, but they're going to want money for their equity for that other $100,000. So we'll take over the loan, but also we're going to pay them a little bit for their equity on a seller finance. So it's doing both. Nobody really likes them. They're never really motivated to do them because they want all their money up front. They're hard to do. I stay away from hybrids completely. It's probably the simplest way to go.
I got it. Okay. So,
That's good.
and if
Yeah.
they say seller's finance, that's one we want to go with, right?
So when you see seller finance, you know that means that their property is 100% theirs. They own it. They've got no mortgage on it, and so they're just sitting there owning it. And those are the type of people that we want to come in and incentivize to take a set of payments from us, because the best way I can explain it to you is there's advantageous reasons to do it. They can save on taxes because their taxes are spread over a longer period of time, and so it's easier to write off things when you've got a small amount of expenses that you can pay off quickly. So seller finance is really good for us because we can, if there's a property that doesn't cash flow, then we can make the payments small enough to allow us to cash flow the property, and that's one of the tools that we use. So how did your calls go yesterday? Did you make some phone calls?
No, because I was texting Marilyn at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh shoot! But you got on. What was the problem? Just so I can let them know.
But this morning, because what was the problem? What was the problem? I can't even remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was like I was doing this at 10 o'clock at night. And so finally at 10 o'clock at night, I was able to go in, pay for it and everything. And then right now, as I'm joining the meeting, I was able to find it and then create the account and log in. So now I'm in and I'm looking at these properties. So so now I'm ready to make those 20 phone calls because yesterday I couldn't.
Nice.
Say that again.
Good. No, I'm glad you're getting on it.
So when it says because I see one here that says subject to, what is that?
Subject to is the mortgage takeover. So I don't like the term subject to because that is a term that, I mean, we really, nobody agrees. What we're doing is we're taking over the mortgage. We're putting the mortgage in the home into a trust, and then we're taking it over. Okay. So we're coming in and paying their mortgage for them and taking the house. So we're relieving them of that debt.
Okay. Yeah, because I see that those are the three things that I see is seller finance or hybrid and the subject to. So I should be looking at more at the seller's finance, or should I be looking at the subject to as well?
You can look at all of them. So here's what I do. When you talk to the realtor, you're going to find out the motivation. That's the whole reason I want you to find out the motivation. So if they say, oh, well, we own this house and we want to move as quickly as possible, and we would love to get a payment each month. Now now I've talked to them. I know their motivation. They'd be perfect for seller financing. Or if they said, oh, we've got this loan on this house and we just can't make the payments anymore. We're really having a rough time. Then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's gonna be one that's good for subject to. So do you see how talking to them lets you know what strategy you're gonna pick?
Okay, subject to, you're just taking over their mortgage. Okay. So I got it. Okay. And the seller's finance is the so the seller finance is they save on taxes, and what was the other thing?
So seller finance is we want to talk them into taking a set of payments. That's probably the simplest thing. Write that down.
Sure.
Everything else is like the minutia, and that's a little much.
A set of Okay, just so that I understand the definition for each one, and I'm not trying to
So I don't want you to give them
to-
any kind of offer or anything when you're talking to them.
no.
First
This
draft.
is just for me,
Draft.
so that when so that I understand each one of them. So
Totally get
that's all. That's all. No, I understand what I'm supposed to say to the realtor.
Okay.
This is just for my little notes so that I understand what I'm doing when I'm calling. So like you say, when they say those keywords, then I know, oh, this house is, could be eligible for this, or this house could be eligible for that.
Exactly. Right.
Okay. Well, yeah. So yes. Is there anything else that I need? That I need to know with what I signed up for? Like, it's just the wholesale atlas, and that's the only platform, because I seen it was showing 4 things.
Yeah. So the other thing that they have that you probably saw something about, and I'll put it up, I'll bring it up right now, is a thing called the Atlas. And this is a way to advertise your deals. So when you get a deal,
Okay, I seen that.
then you can put it in here. Basically, it's an eBay for wholesaling. So if you have something and you want to put it, and you've got it under contract, and you want to put it, and it's in Fredericksburg, and you can put it here. So it just allows people. It's trying to bring buyers and sellers together.
I see. Okay.
Don't you need a license for that?
No, that's totally free.
Don't you need a real estate license for that? No,
Nope.
a real estate license
No,
to advertise.
nope. Only in
I know
some
in
states.
some states, like
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, you need to, but
In Illinois, you do.
all right.
Yeah, but you can get away with it here.
Okay,
That's
so
like-
then that's just like to post a deal.
Yeah, once you've got a deal under contract, and you do it 2 days, 2 different ways. You can do this, or you can go through us, and we can help you through the process, explain everything as we're going along with it, so you can do it the second time by yourself.
Okay, no, that's totally fine. I just want to understand the different platforms that we have and what they're for.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and also, if you have an address that somebody sends you and you just want to search it, you can go to search and then throw the address in here.
For
Okay?
the atlas, not the wholesale.
The wholesale atlas right here. So if you go to search, do you see my screen?
Oh,
And
yes,
then
yes.
Yeah, you can just type in your address, whatever it is.
Oh, and it'll give me that property's information.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. So you find it in another way, but that lead gen makes it 10 times easier.
Got it. Okay, so then if I have a property, I can just put it in there, and it's going to give me that information. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because
Okay.
I do a lot of like driving around, and
Oh,
I'm always saving my addresses, and then trying to figure out how to get the contact information. So if I have that now, it's going to make it a lot easier.
So now, if you're trying to do off market, Joe, though, this isn't going to help. This is all on market. So I wouldn't worry about driving around as much. I would say go right into the lead gen. You're going to find 25 properties in less time than it takes you to get into the car.
Right. No, yeah, because I'm looking at like for the place that I just put in my wholesale atlas, it gave me 549.
Yeah. Isn't that the best?
Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I have plenty to call.
Yeah, you have tons to call, and just make sure what I do, the kind of the trick is when you're in there, and you've done your search, make sure you go in and do it price, organize them, sort them by price, and go lowest to highest.
Okay. So then let me go up there then. Let me see. Okay. So sort. So I go to sort, and then I say
Price.
Okay.
And see how.
And then
up to the
lowest to highest.
right. And so that's That way, it's going to bring up all the low cost properties in that area, and those are usually the better deals. So if we, I mean, I can do just the opposite too. The reason I do that is because usually a 1.7 million. Remember, we learned yesterday is we're going to get rid of these two numbers to figure out what the rent should be.
The 1% was.
Right. So this is a $1.7 million property, and it only rents for $2,400. Best case scenario, $1,600. Right. And we want it to rent for $17,000. You know, we want it to be. We want it to be. That's why when I go low to high and apply those filters, always make sure you hit apply filters. Then it gets you to those ones that we like. The ones that are a little bit under 100 grand. They're all better, you know, to call on.
Okay.
But also get picky. Make sure that they're nice looking. Like this is a good one. This is 109.
Yeah, actually, you know, the area that I'm at, yeah, it's some nice houses. Actually, I'm looking at some really, like this one per se is, let's see. Oh, what is that? Let me see. This one is, this is 1,599,000. Okay.
Yeah, really $1 million homes are not going to cash flow, so you want to get away from those.
Gotcha. Okay, so then did this thing go to from low? Okay.
Be high to low on your prices.
Okay, I think I went the upside. Oh, okay, here we go. I had gone from high to low, so that's what happened. Okay, so now I see them. Okay. Okay, so yeah, but I got exactly what you explained to me made completely sense.
Good.
So now it's just about me making the phone calls.
Just making the phone calls, finding out what people. You're now a problem solver. Okay, so you want to find out what the problem is so we can solve it. That's it.
All right. Oh, perfect. Okay, so just like you said, just get picky, and then just heart the ones that you know that you like, and then just go back and get on the phone with the agents, right?
Yeah, or I call them right away. I heart them, call them right away.
As you're going through them, just give them a call.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so I always heart it, and then I analyze it.
So okay. So my other thing, let me ask you one more thing. So let's say if I wanted to do like let's say fix the house myself, well, not myself, but if I wanted to buy the house and flip it myself, are you able to help me with that as well, or no?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
100%.
All right.
Yep. But if you do any kind of, if you are wanting to invest and flip it yourself, I tell you, it has to be near you. Do not do a fix and flip far away for your first fix and flip. You want it to be near you. Okay.
Right.
You want to be able to check in on it daily. You want to make sure your construction guys aren't sleeping on the job, you know. So if you're thinking about investing and doing your own fix and flip, I would mandate that you have to have it near you.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, you know, to stay local because like for what the reasons that you said. But I just wanted to know if you also assist with that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll help you out.
Okay. So then I'll keep that in mind as well. Okay. All righty. Well, thank you so much. I mean, this has just it's blown my mind. It's like
Good.
I don't have to go look for houses anymore.
It's so much better, right? It's so much better.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, Wholesale Atlas is the way to go. It totally simplifies the whole process.
The whole process. And you know what? It's crazy because I joined this other program per se. But it's so complicated, and It's just, it has so much information. And, you know, being brand new, I come from the health industry. So for me, like, this is like completely different, but the program is great, but it has so much information that I can't even find my way around this thing to try to use it.
Yeah, exactly. It gets
And
too
it's
much.
so much more expensive, and it doesn't even give me this.
Yep. Good.
So I'm like, what?
Good. I know. They're awesome. Okay, perfect. Well, you've got to come by. I'm here tomorrow between 8 and
Yes,
10.
I will, and I won't be. It won't be the 20 calls. It'll be the 40 now because it's 2 days.
All right. I love it. Perfect.
So thank you so much. And yes, I'm gonna get on the phone call. I'm gonna get on the phone right now, and I'm gonna make those 40 calls for you tomorrow. And
I
we're
love
gonna
it.
get
Okay.
something out of it.
I can't wait. All righty, buddy. Take it easy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Who else is
Trent.
what?
Trent.
Eli, was your hair looks like you frosted it or something.
No. I
What
would
are you
never do
doing?
that. It was fully bleached and now it's coming back. So
Coming
right.
back.
coming
Yes,
back.
sir.
All right. I just did a dumbest thing they could ever do. I don't know, but it worked somehow.
Okay.
And
Well, tell me
have
this. What
a
happened?
subject to. So I was talking to the realtor and I said a couple things I probably shouldn't. And then he asked if I
Turn your
was.
camera on, Eli. Turn on your camera.
Oh my God, my hair is terrible right now.
You're never
All
not. There's never been a point where you're good looking, so don't worry about it.
Wrong way. All right. Oh, we're up here. Okay. So, in Youngstown, I found another address, and he basically
love
asked me, "Huh?
You love Youngstown. Didn't you
Yeah,
have
I
another
do.
one?
I do love that place." All right. So I had one, and the guy basically asked if I was a wholesaler, and I said yes, and he was like totally fine with it for some reason.
Good.
I don't know. I had nothing else to say, so I just said yes. And
The other thing, Eli, the other thing you can say is, "What's that?" That's what I always say.
oh, that's a good one, but I had no
That's a
clue
good
what
one.
to say. So
That's what you-
I said yes, and he was actually fine with it. And now I have a subject to, but since I don't have the atlas yet, I was wondering if you could run this in. So it's 42 Milton Ave.
Okay, don't anybody steal this. He's only 12. 42 Milton. New Jersey. No. Okay, give me more.
Youngstown, Ohio, right there.
Oh.
All right, because I used prop wire, but it didn't really show anything. So
Never does.
yep, that's why I wanted to ask you. And I mean, the guy said they're about 30,000, and I said we could probably give them like they're 40,000. Probably give them a couple thousand for their property, just depending on where they're at. So I'm not sure. They're not interested in seeing payments; they just want cash. So
Okay, but yeah, there's a ton of stuff that needs to be done to it. Yeah,
they just want straight cash. I mean, it's okay on the inside. It's not terrible.
So,
it's old.
Yeah, but you got to.
But it's painted. Yeah, the black I don't like that. The kitchen's old.
Yeah, everything needs updating. So we never compliment a property, no matter how nice it is. Okay, what the heck? Why would you need that speaker?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What are they throwing house parties in there?
And they've got a dead body in this freezer.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a little bit hammered. What are you going to offer? What's your cash offer? I was
thinking it's not a cash offer. My cash offer was 40,000. They said that it wouldn't even be worth submitting, and because they had someone at 80. And all right, so but that was let's look at subject 2.
Yeah,
it says not recommended. What is subject 2? Let me see subject 2. Can you click on that? Even though it says not recommended. I just want to see it.
Because
What's their mortgage balance? I can't see that.
20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
All right. If they're around there, just depending. I could.
Okay.
I think if I offered them, do you think this would work if I offered them like 30, 40,000 instead of going in as a hybrid deal?
Here's
No.
here's what we do.
I haven't done subject 2 in a while, so.
All I do on subject 2 is super simple. Terrible interest rate.
Oh, I did
Right.
not see that. See, I couldn't find out. I had to ask. So whenever they send that.
So it's PITI is 419.
Uh-huh.
So right, if we come in, what I'd like to do, here's ready for the down payment that I would offer. So the offer
This
price
is for seller finance, though. They have a mortgage.
they have a
Oh,
mortgage.
wait.
It's two.
Oh, subject 2. I see. Never mind.
Okay. So the offer price is I'm going to offer what they owe, $20,845. And on Atlas, the way you do that is you go just $1. See, 20,845 goes right in here. I don't offer anything as a down payment. I'm like, hey, I'll just come in and take over your loan. I'm going to relieve you of that $419 you're paying every month, and just come in and take over your loan and see what they say. Okay.
I'm not
Before-
gonna accept that.
Well, you think so? Okay. I knew you were going to say that. So I've got ammunition for you. Ready for this?
All right, let's say it then.
Get ready for this, mister. All right. See this house? Right? $505,000.
Beautiful
Okay.
home.
It has a mortgage of $400,000. Okay. 2.65% interest rate. What do you think I paid for it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Came in, I took over the loan because they
But
were.
the
they
only
wanted-
problem with this one is like something like that would work, but the only problem with this one, we're so far under their asking price.
Bro,
That's the problem.
I'm $100,000 off their asking price.
Yeah, but like the $100,000, that's basically like you're
Bro.
you're getting it for 20% off. 20% off isn't that
No.
bad. But when you're going for like what's mine, where you're going like what is it, like 80% off, something like that might not work. That's
Okay, but
the only thing I'm thinking. But I will. I'll go instead of that. I'll offer like 10, probably around
You're
10
gonna-
grand, just to
You want to
see.
give them 10 grand on theirs? Okay, so
Yeah.
here's what it looks like. You're offering 12% over the offer price. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the offer price. So, you're going to give them. You're going to give them 10 grand as a down payment. Let's see what the numbers look like.
See the damage. Not terrible.
Well, you're still making money on it. So, but the entry, I mean, the
Entry
cash
fee's a little high. Of course.
that's not real. Okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah, give that a go. If you want to give
Okay.
them,
All right. We'll do. We'll do.
But again,
I'm just gonna wait for him to accept it, and I would really like. Can you text him? Because I called him, he didn't answer. And I DM'd him. Could you
Okay.
text him about me or whatever? I don't know. Because he'll probably answer you before he
I'll tell
answers.
you to get hold of them. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you. I asked for like a couple months free so I could get a deal and then start paying.
Well, didn't you? I thought you were doing stuff with those guys earlier on. Okay, I'll just.
I was. I had. I don't know. He paid me like.
Did you
50
run?
bucks.
Did you remind him that you're 14 or 15?
No.
Sorry.
No, I
Remind
didn't.
him you're 15 so he knows, and say Trent said to call. Text him. Say Trent said to get a hold of you. I'm 15 and I want to hammer this hard. I'm in Trent's Discord and we're gonna hammer.
Alright.
Crazy. Okay.
Okay. I'll say or Trent told me to get a hold of you.
Yeah, and just say because I'm the one that told Trent about you.
Because
You can do that.
you All right, so here's what I have. Trent told me to get a hold of you because I'm the one who told Trent about you.
Good. How old
About
are you?
you. All right, wait 1 sec. I am 15 and getting back into wholesaling and would appreciate those couple months to get a deal.
Perfect.
All right. Boom.
And I'll do TikToks for him.
Huh?
Okay. Tell him you'll be doing TikToks for him. Okay.
All right. Boom.
Okay. Boom. Go do it, buddy.
Done. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. See ya.
All right. Well, see you later. I'll let
Okay.
you know what happens.
Stick around.
All right.
We'll see. Okay. Bye. He's a good kid. That's a good kid. Okay. What else we got going on, guys? We've gotten a lot done today. Anybody else have any pressing issues? Anything that I was supposed to look at? We've got a lot of things into Dispo. My Dispo's kind of on fire right now, so that's great. I'm psyched about that. Oh, Elena, what's up? Let's see. We got a question. I'm bringing you up again. Did you have your hand raised for a reason, Elena? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Let's see what else. Anybody else that we have something going on that we need to keep an eye on?
Yes, sorry. I'm learning how to, when you ask to get on the speaker.
Okay. No
Can
worries.
you do me a favor? Remember I told you I had made this offer for this house, and oh my God, now I'm embarrassed.
That's awesome.
Can you search up this address and tell me what you think?
Yeah, sure. Do you want? Can I share it or no?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I don't care. At this point, we'll see.
What is it?
It's 10945. And then the street is called ESTEPA Drive, Oakland, California.
Estapa. Are you in that area? You're in
Yes.
that area. Okay. Okay. California's tough, just so you know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So
know California.
what kind of offer did you make this one?
They said start in your backyard. So that's where I'm starting.
Oh yeah, no, the familiarity is good. Okay, so what'd you offer here? What'd we do?
Okay, so I'm looking at the offer price.
Yep.
Yeah, my offer for that place was $275.
You know what mine would be? You laugh. Mine would be, what did you say?
$275.
I do 50%. So I would be at, see, these guys go 198. I'm fine with that. I would go even less. I would go probably 175.
175. Damn.
And I want-
Okay.
because rehab costs, I'm going to say, are about $60,000. Okay. The
Okay.
rents are $270, so we're good there. So we're already breaking down this as a cash offer. So if we're getting around there, it still doesn't do that great. 101. Yeah, because we've got such a large amount of rehab that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we go 155.
So from the asking price, you would go 50%?
Always.
Got it. Okay.
It's simpler, right? It just keeps it
Right.
simple.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. So I got
So
it. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll take this out. Sometimes that throws off your numbers a little bit, but yeah, even at that price, it's gonna be tough at 155 because we got $60,000 potential in rehab. We could probably get it done cheaper than that, but let's assume 60 because in that 60 is your assignment fee. Because any money you don't use to rehab, that goes to your assignment fee. Yeah, I would go that route. And don't be afraid to lowball people. I want you guys to get very comfortable with saying, that you'll come in really cheap.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so that was my first deal that I submitted actually an offer. So
Okay. Well,
and then
yeah.
when I seen 330, I was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna put 275, and I thought I was lowballing.
Yeah, go 50%. Go 50%, especially since
Got
this one needs rehab, and so
Okay.
an over on the rehab.
And
Go
where
high on
did
the
where did you see the 60,000 for the rehab? I don't see that.
I just made that up in my brain.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah, because I talked to a construction person and he told me that, well, he's a contractor, and he told me it was going to take about no less than 120.
120 to repair it all?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, go with him. Don't go with mine. Mine, I thought you could come in and put this together pretty simply. I don't.
Well,
I don't see.
that's what and I sort of have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to construction, but when he gave me his numbers, they were completely off from my numbers.
Yeah, those are a little high, but I mean, it's one of those things you just got to get a feel for it.
Okay. So maybe
yeah,
I should have gotten maybe another
Yeah.
bid from another contractor.
Yeah, because keep in mind the contractors want to make money off this too, so they're giving you high bids. Yeah,
Okay.
120. We're gonna be we're negative.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that if it was 120, then it would, because he was telling me that to like have a budget of like 200 to make sure that we didn't run out of money.
Yeah, that's because he wants the job. He's way too high priced. That's insane.
Okay.
A lot of stuff you can do yourself. That's the beauty. Is like you go to Home Depot and get a floor sander and do these things yourself. That's why I say if you're going to fix and flip, if you're totally handing it over to a construction guy, he's going to charge you out the yin yang, and most of this you could do yourself.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I believe so.
You could make this rent ready on your own for 10 grand, no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So if when they send me back, I'm sure they're going to respond. What do I say to that?
You can almost say that you made a mistake and that you need to offer lower. That's what I would do.
And you know what? I have, because she sent me all the inspections, and I hadn't seen the all the documents on the different inspections, and it says it needs a new roof and it needs some plumbing, and those were the two major things, the plumbing and the roof. But so then I can talk to her about those two things and say, hey, you know what? I just, after reading all the documents that you send me, I need to renegotiate my price, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So then like that, I know how to approach her when she comes back, because the offers were supposed to be submitted yesterday by 5 p.m. So she said she would get back to me. So if she does, I want to make sure that I know what to tell her.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you can tell her you're figuring it at an offer price of 155 with about $120,000 in rehab. They can't
Uh-huh.
argue with you, because
Okay.
that's 275, and they're asking 330.
30.
Yeah, so I mean, you're still not that much below.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No, but it made sense because now you made it simple. So whatever the asking price, you always just go 50%.
Just 50%. Again, I'm just doing little time bombs that I'm setting whenever I do my stuff. Call, I make the offer, they say no. I'm like, great, keep it. It doesn't expire. Let me know. And that's it. And I move on. I don't look at it again until they call me.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, totally makes sense. So now I have a better sense of, and this is, a learning experience.
Well,
So, I was,
it's 100% building your confidence to say these things, because so many people are like, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about who I offend. I'm just going to make
no, see, my thing, I don't have that problem. I just need to know how to say the verbiage, and that's it. I can tell you anything.
Yeah, I don't want to ever be a kid on your lawn. I can imagine. Get off my lawn.
Yeah. Okay. So perfect. So okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, because I did wanted to talk to you about this one, because I was like, oh, I know I screwed up big time, but I didn't know how bad.
Hey, it's all the learning process. You're fine.
Right. And you know what? That's what I told myself, because at first I was like, I had prepared everything to submit the deal. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to submit it because, I don't know if this is right. But then I was like, no, I spend all these hours putting the deal together, and then I'm not going to submit it. I'm like, the worst thing that they could say is no.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the deal. And it's a numbers game. You just got to keep on hammering it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. So see, this is something else that I learned, and it's amazing.
You're all good. Keep on. Yeah, just exercise it. That's the main thing. We got to just get on that phone.
Okay. So I will talk to you tomorrow with my 40 calls.
Excellent. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Alan, what's going on?
What's going on, Trent?
How are you?
Good.
There we go.
Hey, I have a property that I'm basically putting in contract right now. but
Okay,
it's
cool.
just I need a little assistance just to make sure that I'm doing it right. On the
Okay.
top says real estate purchase and sell agreement, and then it says the real estate purchase and sell agreement. The agreement is made and entered into as of. Is that a date that you're supposed to put in?
That's a date. Yeah, that's a date.
Okay, and then
So today's date.
okay, cool. And then the seller, okay, that's pretty obvious. Um, when it says balance of purchase price, you put in what the price is of the property that you're purchasing at.
Yeah, minus the down payment. Usually that's so they're like, if you do a down payment and they're just looking for what is the purchase price?
So the property is supposed to be for 141,000,
Okay.
and I got it right now. The seller agreed to 97,000.
Okay.
What I offered.
Yeah, just put 97 there. Then you'll be fine.
Now, the only thing, my concern was once he agreed, I asked him, hey, is there any foreseeable rehabs or foreseeable things that I need to fix if I get this property? And the agent told me, well, there's a rat infestation in it.
Okay.
That's what he said. And I told him, I hope they're paying rent. And then basically, as well as he told me that there's a leak in the ceiling in the bathroom, in one of the bathrooms.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, should that should that basically factor on my price? And then I was thinking of bringing it down.
Heck yeah, it does. I'm at
So
70. I'm at 70 for this place. Even not looking at it, I'm at 70.
70,
go
even though it's turnkey,
Doesn't sound turnkey to me with the rats in it.
right? That's about it. But pretty much everything else looks pretty on point.
That's about it. The leak. There's a leak.
Yeah.
That leak's gonna cost you. You got to get that fixed. And if they haven't fixed a leak, then they've neglected the place. Like seriously, in your house, if you see a leak, you're running in, you're fixing it right away. You got to call the plumber. Call the plumber. There's a leak. They're like, we'll just let it go.
I'm assuming it's because it's a triplex, and I guess it's a triplex, but it's a single family, and I guess he has a big enough lot that he built 2 studios in the back. So
Okay.
I guess
Are
the
they-
leak
are
is.
they-
What was that?
Are they permitted? Do they have a permit for those studios? You can't
I'm
rent them if
assuming-
they're not permitted.
Well, right now they're rented out, and they bring in. They're rented out, and then I guess the single family or the main house is vacant. So I'm
What state-
assuming it is in Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. Yeah. So you got a lot of things going on here. You've got people living in a place where there's a rat infestation, but they're living in the studios that more than likely are not permitted. So you want to ask all these questions like, hey, did you guys get permits? Is that illegal? Are those legal that they put on there? Or is it just, Jim went out with a hammer and made it himself? You know what I mean? So you got to find that out. How bad is the rat infestation? Because they could have eaten a ton of electrical. They could have eaten through a ton of things. Infestation does not sound good to me. Any kind of leak that isn't being taken care of means the rest of the property is not being taken care of. What kind of pictures do you have of the place?
They look pretty good for what they shows on the Zillow. They look pretty like brand new.
You want to ask them if are these recent pictures, because what happens is they do a fix and flip. They take all the pictures the day after the fix, and then the rat people come in and live there, and the leaks happen. And you're not getting pictures of any of this stuff. So you got to get recent pictures for sure.
Okay.
But also you need to make sure that those extra rooms were permitted, or you can't rent them legally.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming they are legal because they have them already rented out.
Don't assume that. Never. No.
Or,
That's why we do title searches and we do our inspections. We do all that stuff. An inspector will come in and tell you right away whether it's permitted or not. You got to look at the building department in that place and see if they permitted them. So if they didn't permit them and you buy that, now they're your liability, because the permit guys can come in and say, hey, take it all out. And so now you're stuck with that. So yeah.
So ask the seller basically if those studios in the back are permitted.
Yep. And they, by law, the realtor has to tell you the truth.
Okay.
If they don't tell you the truth and you buy it and you find out they weren't permitted, then they're liable for everything. I had a realtor that told people that it was a wood floors all over the place, and they weren't wood floors. They were pergo. They were like a composite. And once they found out that they weren't wood and they had already bought the house, the realtor had to redo the entire house. It cost them like $40,000. And it's just because they have to tell you the truth.
So you told me about the down payment. What if because I told him it's a cash offer, and I know you can do either. Huh?
Then it's all cash. You're just paying. So that's that you want to just put the number in there. Again, I would go way lower on this. You've got to find out way more stuff. Do you live in Indiana?
No.
Okay. If you have anybody that can just walk it for you too, sometimes you can find people either in our Discord or in Hold My Hand Wholesale Discord and say, hey, if anybody lives in this area, I'll pay you a couple bucks to go and just look at this property for me.
Okay. When it says balance of purchase price and then it says payable at closing by, what is that my name right there?
Yeah, that's yeah,
Okay.
that's you.
And then the closing date of the sale should take place on or before. What do I put there? Is that a certain date that I agree on with the seller?
Say it again.
The closing date?
Yeah, closing date is going to be on or before 45 days. Say.
So put in about 45 days average?
Yeah.
And then when it says occupancy, and then it shows the
You're
date,
saying
this
it's
date
fully
is,
occupied.
what was that?
You're saying it's fully occupied, or it's 2/3 occupied?
It's 2/3 occupied.
Yeah, you can say that 2/3 occupied.
Do I put that where it's signed by the seller and the date of the close of the escrow on, and then I put the date right there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Or when it says or no later than days after close of escrow, what does that mean really? Is that certain days that you need to put in? Or how do you calculate that?
Yeah, that's where I say on or before 45 days.
45 days? Okay. Should be vacant. And when it says if checked property shall be vacant at least, what, 45 days to prior close of escrow?
If you choose for that, some people like to have. Again, you've got a lot of questions that need to be answered before we can.
Yeah, I
really,
just want to know these steps, so if I do get to this part, I actually
you
know how to do it.
Yep.
And then on the closing cost, usually what, the buyer pays the closing cost?
We like to incentivize them by paying it, but if you didn't say anything, go 50-50.
Go 50-50?
Mm-hmm.
And then the governing law, it says the governing law, this agreement should be governed by the laws of the United States, the states of Indiana, I'm assuming the state of whatever where the property is.
Yep.
Okay. And I guess that's about it. Okay, cool. I got the rest. Thank you, Trent. Appreciate the assistance.
Yeah, make sure you do it. You got to do a lot of investigating on this one.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, later. Mr. Saint.
Hey, Trent.
How are you, buddy?
How are you? My internet is kind of spotty today, so sorry.
No worries. No problem.
I sent you a quick DM with the property. I wanted you to take a look at it. I just got the contract from the realtor last night.
Okay.
And yeah, you're not going to like my offer.
Oh,
but
no.
It was for it's an all cash offer. It was for another Discord. So
Which
it's
one?
at 53.
Which Discord?
Hold my hand.
Oh, okay. You can say their name. I still like them.
Yeah. So it was for that guy Luke, who's into buying property, but it had to be his DSCR loan only goes down to $50,000. So I would have just offered the $50,000. However, I knew that the seller needed a little bit more money. When I came in at 50, they countered at 53 or whatever it was, and then now it's sold. But now he's sending me the contract to sign it. My my addendum is, let me see here, is 10
They're
business
selling?
day inspection.
Oh, is this is an Illinois deal where they're satisfying somebody's buy box?
Yeah, they're satisfying somebody's buy box.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's why you can sell in Illinois.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
in Peoria only though.
Only in Peoria. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a 10-day inspection, $1,500 non-refundable EMD submitted first day post inspection, and then it's a 45-day DSCR loan. Typically clears within
Right,
2
but
to
the
6 weeks.
inspection is what? How long is the inspection period, or does it matter? Because
10-day inspection period.
10-day business days or 10?
Yeah, 10 business days.
Good. Okay. Yeah, always trying to get that. Okay. So now, so the beauty here, you guys, I mean, from what I've understood through they've got a buyer, and so you guys are just satisfying a buy box.
Right. We got
Okay.
a buyer just satisfying a buy box. However, he sent me the contract, and I've never seen a contract like this before, so I'm a little now hesitant to sign the contract.
Okay. What's your concern?
I've just never seen a contract like that before.
Isn't Richard doing the contract?
No, the agent sent me the contract.
Okay. But I mean, isn't it all going through Grand and Taylor?
It is. I mean, I've never done a cash contract, so he said when you're doing a cash contract, you sign for it.
Okay, that's what he wants. That's cool.
You know what I mean? Like, but now that we have somebody with a buy box, what do I do? Like, should I just? Is that a question more for them? Should I just be like? I mean, I guess based upon your knowledge of them, should I had just said that Brandon Taylor, this group is going to sign for it? You know
That's
what I mean?
That's what we usually did. I mean, that's what I always did. Yeah, so I would put their name on it. They're the ones, because they're going to pay you an assignment fee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be their name on it for sure.
Okay, not my name on it.
Yeah, so that. Here, somebody's telling us in the cash. Luke wants to sign. Oh, Luke wants to sign. Even better.
Oh, okay. 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 Cool. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what their deal is on that. I haven't heard anything. This is the first I've heard of it. So
yeah, so there's this guy, he has a lot of money, I guess, and he's buying out of Detroit mainly, 100 doors. His name is Luke.
okay.
And they basically said that he's going to purchase until he runs out of money all Section 8 properties turnkey.
All right. I mean, that's it. I love it when I have a buyer first, and so I can just go search exactly for what the buyer wants. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's buying off a promissory note?
He's buying off a DSCR loan, and his DSCR loan, they can fund him from starting at 50,000. So I know that's not something that's normal. I guess he has a great working relationship with them. Yeah.
Huh. Sounds like he's doing massive investing. Sounds shady. Not shady, just that would make me nervous, I should say. It's not that he's for real or any of that. Just I don't want that many balls in the air all at once with one loan. It's a lot. So
yeah, it is a lot.
Good for him. That's great. Like, if that's a ballsy move.
And now with your are you buying?
I am always. Yep.
What is your buy box?
This is a great example of it. Here, let me share my screen. So this is the latest one I bought. They're moving out today. Super nice couple.
I can't see anything here showing.
It's coming up. Yep, it's coming up. Here we go. Okay, can you see that?
Oh yeah. This is the 0 down, right?
That's my buy box. So I love to come in. So the beauty of this one, and the people are super nice. They just were having a rough time making the payment, and they just needed out, and they needed so often money's not always the reason somebody needs out. These guys just didn't want to. They were paying, I think it's $3,200 a month.
I
And
get
they're
it,
like,
Trent, but like sometimes you just get lucky. I don't know if you have the luck of the Irish or what, but like I don't find these type of deals, dude. Like this is like, you know, a diamond in the rough, to be honest with you. $505,000 for zero. Like, come on, dude. Like it's just
well, I'm paying. I mean, I've got to pay the monthly, but I've got $100,000 in equity, so it's kind of nice. You know, it's a deal and a half, absolutely. And the rents are below what I'm paying for the mortgage, but I don't care because it's, I mean, it is the type of house that I know I can have forever, and it's going to appreciate, and it's going to be, you know, and this all came from students. Don't think I did this.
oh really?
Yeah, students bring these to me, and I paid them an assignment fee. The one before this, Richard brought to me. I paid him an assignment fee. So yeah, it's you guys searching it out. It's I'm no genius. I just know when to pull the trigger. You know, that's the only difference.
Okay.
So that's my buy box. My buy box is, holy crap, that's a great deal. That's my buy box. And so I mean, I've done that with that, or I've got a seller finance where the rents are about $4,000 a month, and I pay him $1,000 a month. So that's the other part of my buy box. If I'm paying, if I can get a seller finance deal that is at their asking price, 10%, I mean 5% down, and 25% of the rent, it goes to them as a payment, I'm good to go. 10-year balloon, 0% interest.
What about these houses that I'm finding in Lake Worth and all these other places where they're like $30,000, $40,000, but they're turnkey, or like in Detroit where they're like $60,000, but I could probably get them down to like 35. Would that be something that interests you?
I don't buy those, but I definitely assign them. I mean, I definitely want to get those to people. This is my favorite place right now is Baltimore, because it's the things you're talking about, and there's a gazillion of them, and that's the beautiful thing. So let me just show you real quick.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, I was only looking at $1 million property.
Yeah. I'm like, doesn't cash flow. It's funny. I went and looked at a $12 million hotel down in San Diego, and I wouldn't give $1 million for it. It was so hammered from fire, and the whole area, the gas lamp district in San Diego. I don't know if you know it, but it used to be like just a hopping, unbelievable place. Now it's just overrun by homeless. It's insane.
Wow, I haven't been down in San Diego for years, since 2016, I think.
Oh, you'd be shocked. It's because there's Horton Plaza. It used to have a Macy's, and yeah, if you've been downtown, who says they're in San Diego? Yeah. But Horton Plaza used to have a Macy's and was vibrant, and everything's closed down. Nothing's going on there. Okay, so here we go. Baltimore. These are the ones you're talking about. Excuse me.
Bless you. Yeah, exactly.
But even better, like I go all the way down. I go to page 2. I like to go by 6. I get 60 of them up at once. But even at the end of the page, these are the ones you're talking about. Like you can get these kind of things, but there's some that are like 59 for $2,200 a month. Are you kidding? 60,000 rents are 2,200, and that's not a bad place. So yeah, I mean, if you want those kind of things, those are all day in Baltimore, and these are excellent. I have no problem with these at all. Look at, I mean, these are move-in ready at $2,400 a month. See what I'm looking at?
Right.
Guys.
But you're not the end buyer for this.
What's that? I'm not.
I said you're not the end buyer for this.
I'm too bougie. I like but I will buy these.
Section 8. You wouldn't Section 8 out, a few of these properties.
Right. I would definitely find a buyer for them. because at 60,000 and the rents are like, well, here, let's just do a cash deal. I will always offer half. So that's 60, let's call it 30 then. But you'll see, I mean, these will cash flow like a monster. Yeah, net revenues $1,400 a month. Yes, please. And that's with a $10,000 assignment fee. Without that, you're killing it. Like, these are ridiculous. If you can get these for that 30, or even, I mean, let's see what their offer price is. Sometimes their offer price is fine, you know? So let's see, 60, it's going to say no to me, but let's see what it does. It's still going to, I mean, you're getting these rents of $2,200 a month. Still cash flows $1,200 a month. You can sell this all day long.
Yeah.
The only reason it goes red here is because it likes 30 below. So less than 30,000 from the list price. That's the only reason it gives you a red there. So
Yeah, and I noticed that the assignment fee is like stuck at like 10 grand.
yeah, they always put in that I don't like it because I never know what the assignment fee is. But even with the $10,000 assignment fee, this is a great deal. Like, this is very sellable. So if you guys want easy wins, go to Baltimore's where to go, and go through and you use the Wholesale Atlas to get there, because once you're in there, I mean, you're just getting lead after lead after lead. It's kind of insane.
All right, well, I appreciate you, Trent.
You bet, buddy. There we go. Break that down. Yeah, I mean, you look at that for 10 minutes, you're going to have 100 leads, no question. Let's see how many there are. We've got 1,269 right now. I'm telling you, Baltimore's the way to go. Okay, guys, apparently my son just showed up at my house, and so yeah, the Atlas does make it easy. That's for sure. I'm going to go hang out with my son. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and we'll do this all over again. But we'll get some updates from people too that have been calling today. All righty, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Take it easy.